Hey friends, welcome to my channel. I don't know why I feel like I missed saying that. Like, how have I been starting my videos? Anyway, I've been experimenting with new hairstyles here and there. My sister got me this like hair straightener thing, and so like I've been trying to experiment, see what I like, see how to curl my hair, because girl, we only grew up with blow dryers. So yeah, what do you think about this? Just a little fringe curl situation, and then obviously a ponytail at the back. Anyway, how have you guys been doing? How is March going for you? March, I think for me, is off to a great start. I got some really exciting news that I can't wait to share with you guys. I'm doing some really amazing stuff this month, which is very affirming, it makes me feel content and happy that I'm actually exactly where I'm supposed to be. But yeah, I'd love to know, how is March going for you? Anyway, from the title of the video, you already know what this is gonna be all about. So without further ado, let's get started. If you're new here, my name is Lisa, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Now, the first thing I would say is very weird or strange is their little like quirks, so to speak. So instead of saying how are you, how is your day, they're like, hey, how you going? Bruh, am I supposed to say I'm going well, I'm going to town, I'm going to sleep? Like, it's funny because me and my brother joke about that now, and every time I'm like, hey, how you going, he's like, I'm going to eat. But yeah, it's just funny having like that conversation. And I remember one of the first things like I had to put in my mind when I came was actually the response to that, because when someone asked me that at the very beginning when I was still new here, I think I was saying good, because I didn't know exactly what I was to say. But then I realized like most people say yeah, good. Not just good. So that's exactly what I say. Like if you ask me how am I going, I'll tell you yeah, good. Even though obviously sometimes when someone asks you how are you and you tell them you're good, are you really good, or is it just like a quick response kind of thing? The second thing I find weird, maybe because I haven't used my bank card to pay for things a lot. Where I'm from, we use M-Pesa a lot, which is just mobile money. So coming here and having to like pay for things, obviously through the tap of my phone, but then via my bank, means that most times there's usually like a surcharge. I hope I'm getting that right, but like there's an extra few cents you're charged. So I'm always like, why am I being charged? Like, why am I being charged a few cents? I know it's just a little, but what do they say? Haba na haba, hujaza kibaba. If you don't know what that means, just Google. But yeah, I always feel like, why am I being charged 20 cents, 16 cents, 15 cents on top of what I'm paying? So if something is like 20 bucks, I'm gonna be charged $20.50. I don't quite get it. I'm not so sure if it's like a relationship or situation between the place's bank and my bank, or I don't know. I just don't know. So yeah, that's a bit weird. It's a bit strange for me. Like I know M-Pesa used to like charge some fee when you, for example, send money to someone, but then when you pay for things, I don't think there's a charge. So it's very new. It's kind of like a culture shock, but not really a culture shock, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Number 3, and one where, well, at the moment I actually love, but it took me a while to adjust. Now where I live, which is WA, which is Western Australia, the state, the nightlife here is close to non-existent. Now, coming from a country where the nightlife is booming and you can leave the house whatever time, go to the supermarket, buy what you want, go to the bar whatever time, get what you want or meet someone, go to restaurants. My friends, that is something that is not entirely here. Yes, there's clubs, but I think they also close at a specific time. I'm not so sure. But like supermarkets, 9 to 5 sometimes it's 9 to 9 p.m. You're like, how is that going? And then like shops, 9 to 5. So by the time you leave work, you cannot run into a shop just to buy like a cute dress for something, because you'll find it locked. So that's a bit of an adjustment. The thing I like about it, it's strange, but something I like is the fact that it's quiet. So I remember when I was on holiday, I was like, this place is noisy. I've never seen so many people at this time of the night. It was like 1 a.m. or something. One of the New Year nights we went out. But yeah, it was just crazy, like adjusting my mind mentally. I'm like, I'm used to being in bed at this time, or even if I'm driving, like I'm going home, because it's so quiet. So that's a bit strange, because I thought living in the west side or living in the other side would be like a more active kind of nightlife. In other states though, the nightlife is very different. Like it's upbeat. Shops don't, I think shops still close 9 to 5, but then like restaurants, bars, they're more like their opening and closing times are way better than where I am. Another strange thing is the locks on the door. Like normally you would lock your door clockwise, right? But now here you lock your door anti-clockwise. So like you turn the key anti-clockwise, or you turn the door lock anti-clockwise. Like, bruh, why am I locking my door anti-clockwise? I'm supposed to be opening it like that, not locking it. Like, what's going on? Help me understand. I remember it took me a while to get it, but I remember one of the first few days, especially after I moved from where I was living with my family, with the family friends, and I struggled. Like I had to make a mental note that the door was opening anti-clockwise and not clockwise. Now, something many of you ask, and I'm here to confirm, is you could be randomly walking, minding your business, just walking on the road, and you come across a snake just looking at you like this. Like growing up where we grew up, because when we moved to like our home, there was a lot of compounds that didn't have like houses, so there used to be a lot of snakes. And for me, what I knew is, you see a snake, you kill it. Not that I can kill a snake, but yeah, that's what I kind of like saw growing up. But here you're told, do not provoke the snake, instead call a snake catcher. Like, bruh, do I have the time? Do I kick it? What do I do between the time I call a snake catcher and they arrive? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And it's even weird because my friend was telling me how they found a snake in their like spa or jacuzzi, and I was like, bruh, how does that happen? And they're like, yeah, we just saw this shed skin. Snakes shed their skin, so we saw the shed skin and then we saw its tail. And I was like, get away from me, Satan, get away. I'm yet to see a snake, but I feel like those are the words I'll say. Now the last one has to be on the extreme weather conditions. Now we're currently in autumn, which starts in March, and very opposite seasons from, again, what I know. And yeah, normally I know the seasons I know are more like American or European. Like summer is in towards December, and then what's it called? No, summer is towards winter is towards December, summer is around this time. What I know. But then obviously coming here, it's opposite. When the UK is in summer, we're in winter. When they're in winter, we're in summer. Anyway, that is not the point. The point is, why do we have 40-degree weather times? Why are we burning? Like, why like, I understand the whole world has been like experiencing heat waves, has been experiencing weird climatic changes, but why am I in the house and without AC I cannot survive? Like, I'm just feeling too hot. I'm feeling like I don't want to wear anything. Why Australia? Why? Now it's getting colder and colder. At the moment it's still autumn, which is pretty chill. Like, it's still March, but by the end of April it's gonna be cold. When we get to winter, I'll be here complaining about how cold it is and how I have to put so many layers, because it just has extreme weather conditions. When it's summer, it's too hot sometimes. When it's winter, it's too cold sometimes. We need a balance. Where I'm from, we have a balance. Like, it can be cold but not negative. It can be hot but not till 40, because why? Alrighty, that's it for today's video. Those are just some of the few strange or weird things, or if you like, culture shocks that I have experienced moving here and living here. I'd love to know where you're from or where you moved to. What have you experienced that is a bit like, what's weird, what's strange, what culture shock have you experienced? I'd love to know your experiences. If you haven't subscribed, this is your chance to do just that, to support me and help me grow a community. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, I will see you in my next one. Bye.